You're listening to Dubstep and Dragons, a D&D 5...
Hey, guys.
What's up, Ash?
I just have to accept it at this point. It is what
anyway,
it is.
Do you know why orphans don't play baseball?
Oh, orphan jokes.
They're too weak to pick up a bat.
No. They can never find home.
Oh. I thought it was going to be something to do with their dad, or... That's dark. That's dark.
Huh. I guess Batman doesn't play baseball either, huh?
No.
You don't have to feel bad now when you kill one of them as a poison.
I don't feel bad anymore. Yeah. If I did, I don't think I've ever killed a character. I might have to change that. Anyway,
Bring it on,
a D&D 5e actual play podcast with a cyberpunk twist. My name is Matthew, and I will be your game master.
Hello, I'm Daniel. I play Alphonse.
I'm Luke. I'm playing Ash.
Hello, I'm Norris, and I'm played by Bo.
Previously on Dubstep and Dragons, Alphonse started a small business, Ash explained things poorly, and Norris had a coolant leak.
Aw, you guys made me ink.
All right, you fuckers remember where you are.
I need a refresher, Mr. DM.
No, too bad. You guys were plotting things.
Has
So
enough time.
now I feel like this is me versus you.
Why is you staged this to where it is us versus you? Unfortunately, has enough time passed where I'm able to all the medicines. Sunk in,
Yeah. So
I'm done
you
with IV.
guys rest for a while. At this point, it's getting pretty late in the evening. Like it is nighttime. But yeah, you guys are rested up. You feel much better than the last time you underwent surgery.
Good.
Because you got your IV and all that shit that makes you feel happy. You're probably still a little stiff and sore, but
I feel
But
like
yeah,
Norris probably feels like a new man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Norris got all of his sleep and recuperation in his surgical suite.
and not only that, but with this new core, like everything seems to be running better.
Yeah.
Everything's like 100%. Like before whenever you would sometimes when you would do something, it was almost like your internal engine would kind of bog down. Now everything is running like a well-oiled machine,
Yeah.
literally.
Right.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, that was literally... I was going to look over at my bard friend and ask him if he knew the Shania Twain song, Feel Like a Woman. Feel like a woman.
It's been a while.
Yeah, you know, that was...
Let's
that's-
go, boys.
That's kind of how I was feeling. Like, I was fucking feeling myself walking up out of there. Ooh.
You gotta text me that stuff. I'll sing it.
I know, I didn't think about it until literally, like, just right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything just seems to be running smoother. Everything is running better.
I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking good, feeling good,
And
unstoppable, boys.
give me a perception check with advantage, or insight, whichever one is better for you. I think perception is.
Yeah, perception is, and that's a 24.
24. Excellent. So this is a perception check. This is you feeling yourself out. This is this is you kind of observing this new you know? And you have this thing in the back of your head. You know that feeling when something's watching you?
Yeah.
When somebody's watching you, you have this just faint feeling you're being watched. Everything you do, everything you think, the way you move your hand, the way you blink, everything you do, you feel like you're being watched.
That's not good for Norris.
I'll be watching.
With that
I mean, I know what it is, but it's not good for
yeah,
Norris.
with that perception check, you understand that it's the Echo unit observing you. You know, Marco told you it was going to be doing that, but it's perceptible. It's like you can feel it in your brain, paying attention to everything you do. Other than that, you feel fucking fantastic.
Well, I'm probably going to bring that up to the boys. And I would just be like, any of y'all feel like you're being judged, watched, constantly fucking.
I'm always judged.
That's fair.
But this is like
actually-
deep, man. Like, I mean, I'm by myself, but I'm not actually by myself. And, you know, I know Marco said this thing's going to be like monitoring me, but it's kind of freaking me the fuck out. And I don't really like it. Your
Well, you
fucking
look
mask,
good.
your mask still do that thing for you?
I don't want anybody else, cause when I think about you, oh, sorry, what?
I'm just picturing Austin Powers with the banana hammock, like humping the air.
Taking out some fembots.
Machine Gun Jubilees, baby. How'd I miss those?
What? Yeah, no, I'm good.
But no, seriously, like, I mean, I know what it is, but I'm just telling you, like, I don't fucking like it.
You're kind of talking like a deadhead.
Well, this is the first time where I haven't felt like Norris in a while. I mean, like, I feel like a new and improved, better Norris, but also at the same time, like, I was already a little bit more paranoid than the average guy, but now it's like fucking.
Norris, here's how Ash and I came up with a brilliant idea.
What?
We should go see if that deadhead is in that carnival, so we can figure out where this damn power core
He
is.
seemed to know you.
He knew you,
Nope.
but now you have like a mental block thing in your head.
No, it's not a mental block. It's a mental. I fucking know it's there. It's not blocked at all. I know it's there. I can feel it.
Right, it'll help block his thoughts from. I can give you mental fortitude.
Look, man, that thing freaked me out enough beforehand, and you weren't even there.
Well, it might help with giving us some insight
I kind of want
on
to see
where
this thing.
you are with the deadheads.
You know, I hate to admit it, but you're fucking right. But can't you guys just go in and ask for me?
Well, we need you there.
If he knew you, you're the gatekeeper.
But he knows Ash. He's seen Ash with me. If Ash goes like, hey, you remember my friend that you really creeped out? What do you know about him?
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Yeah, I think he needs to see you.
There's no other way around it.
I don't think so.
Hold on, I got an idea. And I stand up, and I go up to like the there's probably like some fun walls and stuff close by, right?
You guys are you guys still in Marco's, or did
Yeah.
you leave?
Probably on our exiting out.
Okay.
This is
their
on
ramp.
This is on our walkout, I would imagine.
Their ramp that takes you down, is it at an angle?
So it is a flat platform
Right.
that like levitates down.
But what you go down is an angle.
Yeah,
thing,
it goes
right?
down at about a 45-degree angle.
Okay, I
Yeah.
would picture us at the top of that, and I go, "Hey Norris, check this out!" And I start yelling, "Parkour, parkour!" and I'm jumping around like an idiot.
Give me an acrobatics check.
How many? I'm
Just
feeling
one.
confident about that. That is a 19.
Oh yeah, you're
yeah.
There's like beside the platform there's like display racks and stuff like that, and you're like running up it and doing a backflip back onto the platform, and yeah, you're just all over the place.
Cool.
Holy cow.
I didn't know you had that in you, Alphonse.
Now I do. It's deep within inside me.
God.
That probing must have been a lot better than mine.
It didn't suck.
It did not suck.
Also, somehow I was just looking at Alphonse's character sheet. Somehow he has a walking speed of 50 feet.
Huh?
I gave you mobile, which should have given you 40 feet.
I only see 40 feet.
Oh, mine says 50.
What?
Well, ladies and
Let's
gentlemen,
go with 40.
refresh.
40 is what it should be.
Mr. DM's wrong. Yeah.
There's some.
Oh, now it is saying 50 on mine.
Yeah, I don't know where 50 came from.
Yeah, just that.
I
Later.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is crazy parkour.
Yeah, he's fast as fuck, boy.
Boy.
I can run 50 feet and shoot 120.
He can almost shoot and catch his bullet with a dash.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Challenge accepted.
So you can shoot a load and catch it.
Oh, that's 200 feet a second, not 120.
So close.
Close. Close. Getting there.
Yo, realistically, with his bonus action dash, now with Rogue level 2, he almost could catch the bullet. He could shoot his fucking self.
Anyway, I feel like we're way off topic here.
Squirrel.
Squirrel. Yeah.
All right, so you guys are walking. You guys are headed
Sweet
to.
parkour.
You guys are headed
was
to. What was it? The Scorching Rain Museum and Freak Show.
Yeah.
That's where you guys are headed. I could see just.
I guess that's where we're fucking headed because my
discomfort
friends
on
are
your
assholes.
We're not. Hey, we just said we had an idea. You can say no. If you have a better
But
idea.
it's a good idea. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just not fucking happy about the idea being good.
It might not even be there. Or it could be out of its cage.
If it's out of its cage, I'm fucking going back to Marco's.
So when you guys, it's not very far from Marco's. If I remember correctly, it was just a couple doors down
Yeah,
from
it's
the
just
brewery.
kitty corner.
And so you guys get down there, and there is at the front of the place, there is one of those. There's these bars that have dropped down, blocking the door. It looks like just standard security bars, but they are pretty beefy. What do?
Norris, can you lift these?
Is there any windows that the three of us could possibly fit through that we see?
So there are windows, but they're on the other side of the bars. So these you have the main entrance, and then you have a window on each side, and then you have like the ticket window, and the bars come over all of that.
So the bars are covering all entrances.
Yes.
Is there like a keypad or something to the right or left of it that we can see?
Yeah, definitely. On the right hand side, you see a standard like 10-digit keypad over there.
Is it connected? It's not destroyed?
So the lights are flickering on it, but it does seem to, be it inconsistent, it does seem to still have power to it.
You boys want to try and get lucky with this code, or?
We could see which numbers are worn off the most.
Ooh, that's true.
I got this. Crack my hands. We're going in, right? This is it? Final decision?
We're doing it.
Strain's leaving. Tech checking this bad boy. Not the best. 17.
I'm not going to
You're
lie.
nice.
That was a really
Shoot.
nice looking roll, though. I mean, it stuck. It didn't even wiggle. Like,
Yeah.
it was destined to be that number.
So with a 17, you when you're looking at it, it doesn't seem to have any numbers that are specifically more worn than other than it's kind of like a touch screen, but it has
Oh.
the 10 digits on there. And as you're what you do is you pop the front cover off, and inside you're just messing with the wires and trying to essentially like hotwire this thing, and you just accidentally graze the casing with a hot wire, and it fries out the touchpad.
Oh, boo.
Dang it, Alphonse.
It was a DC 20.
Well,
I
should've
thought
rolled
you
better than a 9.
I thought you'd have had that.
Well, Mr. Ash, do you have any bright ideas?
Well, it's all fried now. The only other option, we could try to lift it.
Are these bars like lifting bars, or am I going to have to like
Yeah.
bend these bars?
No, it seems to drop down. Like you can even see channels in the
Oh,
in the
okay.
face of it where these bars slide up. And then whenever it's secured, they just slide down in front of the doors and windows.
So, looking at these bars, how many would I be able to tell how many I need to lift for like us to just walk through? I
So-
mean, are they pretty close together? Or are they pretty spaced out?
They are all attached. It's got heavy steel beam going across the top and the bottom, and then the bars run between them.
I see. So it's like a big gate.
Yeah, it's a big gate. It's one big piece.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm gonna try and get strong and lift these things.
All right. Give me an athletics check.
Can I assist him with it?
Absolutely.
Athletics or strength?
Athletics is based on strength.
Well,
Your
there-
athletics
there we
score is
go.
probably higher.
With me assisting, he just takes the
Yeah,
advantage.
he has advantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that was a 19.
19?
Plus
so-
is just there's no plus.
No, that was with my plus.
Oh.
with your plus. So,
I mean, I guess I could use my luck and make it a dirty 20.
so if you make it a dirty 20,
Let's
Is it-
make it a dirty 20. I
Okay.
don't feel like fucking with this gate.
a 19 was not. I set the DC at 20 for him, so I set the DC at
It's a-
20 for you.
It's a 20. I'm using my luck.
Okay. So yeah,
I'm gonna
you
need it coming out of surgery.
you reach under, and you didn't enter a rage or anything, but when you started to pull, everybody around you would see that just because you don't have your jacket on,
My jacket.
yeah, you well, you didn't say you grabbed your jacket, so I
know.
just assumed you
I
left
left it.
without the jacket. You start pulling up on it, and usually it would be when he rages this like inferno leaking out in the seams, but you see this almost like a fucking plasma cutter, like that blue sharp flame starts just peeking out, just a little bit coming out of the seams, and it's just this very fine blue flame coming out, and he pulls and pulls, and then finally you can hear these latches that are embedded in the floor just break, and the whole thing shoots up.
Well, let's go in, you fuckers.
You walk inside. This place was pretty creepy before. You walk in, and the whole that first room with all the photos and the counters, the counters are flickering. A lot of them are on the ground and aren't lit up, but the ones that are still just kind of hanging on the wall and flickering, and it's very dark in here. You just have this flickering red light from the readouts. And you pass through that room into the next room, and there's bodies strewn across the floor. And the same thing, there's a chunk of the wall that it looks like there was an explosion in here, and so it just destroyed one half of this room. And then the rest of it is just in shambles. And you open up the door into the freak show, and the door, it feels like somebody tried to like jam it closed. You can see that there's a chair like wedged under the doorknob, but they just didn't quite get it, and so the door is still cracked open, and the chair is just leaning up against it, almost as though maybe they died in the process of trying to block this door. You pull the door open, and inside this room it had this kind of dim overhead lights. Like, all the walls are black, the floor is black, everything in here is painted black. It just has these overhead lights that are about 30 feet up, and they're still working. They're just like the rest of the power in this place. They're kind of flickering on and off. And you don't... Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, that's terrible. 8.
10.
18.
Oh, 18.
Every time with you.
Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
fucking-
definitely
I'm on it.
the king of perception. So you remember the layout of this place. It had these clear, like, plexiglass cells, and you see the first two. Your vision doesn't go out very far because it's pretty dark in here. The first two, you can see a couple of dead orcs in one. You see the one on the other side is empty. You come up to the next set, and the cell with the drow in it originally, it's totally empty. And as you move back and you get closer to the deadhead cell, as you come up, you notice this first, Norris. The backside of this plexiglass cage looks like it was forced out from the inside. And the whole backside, the whole back corner is shattered. And the plexiglass, or this bulletproof glass, is just spread across the floor.
Well,
Do you continue to approach?
No, I'd probably stop right there.
Okay. So right now I would say you're probably about 10 feet from the cell by the time you can really see inside of it and see that the back end is busted out.
So, yes, Norris would stop, and I would kind of hold my hands up to Ash and Alphonse, and I'd be like, boys, his cage is open. I don't know if you can see this or not, but that plexiglass is busted out the back.
So there's a moment of silence after you say that, and you can just faintly hear the sound of what sounds like an ignition system, just coming from the corner, and you see these sparks, and the light from the sparks is just dimly lighting up this circular opening that they're inside of. And a moment later, the sparks erupt into flame as the deadhead you saw launches into the air with this 10-foot plume of fire coming out of its pack, and it flies towards you. Everybody roll initiative.
God damn it.
Fucking hate you guys. And of course, I roll like shit.
Oh, me too. I got a 1.
I didn't roll that shit.
For a total of 4.
Oh boy. Do I dare ask 20 to 25?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
15 to 20.
Nope.
God, everybody did fucking terrible.
Yep.
10 to 15.
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay.
13.
11.
Okay. So we have Norris. And then we have
Going to jail.
And then we have
Naughty.
Fonz. And then what did you roll?
4.
4. So the deadhead beat you by 1. And then Ash.
I would use my luck. Oh, wait.
Well, at least you're not unlucky. You're not lucky, but you're not unlucky.
True.
Okay. Norris,
Yep.
take us out. What does Norris do in the first round?
Being true to Norris's character, he'd probably just be strucken by fear. I mean, there's not a lot that scares Norris, but this guy freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
So
He's probably
how far is he?
He's only about 10 feet forward, 10 feet up. He's not very far from you.
I'm probably going to
use my movement and just go 40 feet back.
Okay.
And then just hold a defensive action.
Okay, so 40 feet back would put you about at the entrance.
Okay, so maybe not that far. I'll go back 15 feet.
Okay.
Just to put a good distance
Just to
between
put a
him
little
and I.
space
Yeah.
between you. Okay. And then, are you taking the dodge action?
Yes.
Okay. Are you familiar with what the dodge action does? Anybody who attacks you has disadvantage on the attack.
I like that.
Okay. Next, Alphonse. So, your boy moved back about 15 feet.
Yeah, can you please roll? Sorry, this thing is intellect saving throw. Yes. 16 DC.
It's not too bad. Fails.
So he's in the air, right?
Yeah.
While he's in the air, a 10 by 10 cube of essentially the plastic wall that he's been entrapped in forms around him.
Ooh.
And he is inside of a phantasmal force. And since this is a realistic thing, it's not like he could fall or anything out of it. So as I hold the concentration, he takes 1d6 of damage, and this lasts up to a minute.
Okay. What are the effects on him while he's in there?
He believes it's super real.
Okay, so he thinks he's trapped in a cage.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So he's going to... Oh, you roll the damage. Why am I rolling your damage?
Do you want... Oh, I have 6. Do you want to read it? Well...
No, it's almost like you're projecting something into their head and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
it's in their head. It's not real.
Yeah.
No one can see it. He
That's
just
what
is
I thought it
stopped.
was.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just you can't do something like they fall off a bridge because that's unrealistic, and it would snap the spell.
Okay. So perfect. Anything for a bonus action?
I'm gonna just kind of step back a little bit,
Okay, are you going to go back behind where he was, where Norris went?
just closer to Norris. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That brings us to the deadhead. So he is seeing himself inside of this case. And just like your first interaction, Ash and Norris, with this deadhead, he is going to try to ram his head into the side of this. Now this doesn't physically stop him, does it?
There's so much to this spell.
Okay.
I'll just let you.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to pause for a second to read it,
I can.
Start it back up.
but right?
Yeah, so any interaction he has with it, regardless of what happens, he has to rationalize what happened. So he's going to fly forward and try to smash his head into this. And he obviously goes through it and he moves forward, but he's bracing for that impact of hitting the wall. So he hits, and in his mind, the cube just moves forward a little bit, but he's still trapped inside of it. I will take the action to do another intelligence check. What's the DC?
16. Wouldn't it be on my turn though?
No, it says it can use its action on its turn.
Action. Okay.
Yeah, to make it.
examine.
And he's got +2. I rolled a 13. That's a 15. So he still thinks he's trapped inside of a cage. That brings us to Ash. So this thing, it would have moved forward a bit. It would be about 10 feet forward, 10 feet up from you.
So I'm going to step back in front of these guys.
Okay.
So mine would be 10 feet. backwards for my movement. And I'm going to... I think I'm going to... I'm just reading through this really quick, sorry. I'm going to cast Bless on these two.
Okay.
Or I think I can do it on myself, too.
I don't remember, but we'll just pretend you can.
Sure. I cast Bless on us as my action. And so with that, basically you guys feel like my cybernetics just kind of flicker, and it kind of goes throughout my body, and then it like spreads to you guys.
Almost like you're linking with them.
It's like a cyber link, and you feel it. But now when someone makes an attack roll or saving throw before my spell ends, and it is concentration up to a minute, the target can roll. You guys can, on your attack rolls or saving throws, just add a d4.
Okay.
So
Which Bless is one of the best low-level spells out there. Anything for a bonus action?
Nothing at the moment.
Okay. And you
Then
said you
gonna-
moved back
I moved back
closer to them?
closer to them, so it would have been, he moved 15, so I moved 10.
Okay. So,
So within 5 feet of me.
what I'm
so.
picturing is this thing is flying in the air. None of you see this cage that it sees around it. It's just flying in the air and smashing against
Nothing.
things that aren't there. And I'm just picturing you guys like slowly backing out of the room, like watching this thing in the air. Norris, top of initiative.
All right, so now that Norris has made some space, I don't want to attack it because I don't want to piss it off any more than it's already seemingly pissed off. So I'm just going to say, Mike, it's Norris. Not here to hurt you, just want to talk. And I'm going to hold my stance.
Give me a persuasion check.
Well, I'm going to use my luck of +1 and keep my 11.
You already used it.
Oh fuck! It's only a one-time.
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. Once you get that 1 point per long rest.
Oh, well then that's a 10. Hopefully he's easily persuaded. Not enough to intimidate.
So, I'm not going to call it an automatic pass, but you see this thing and it's rabid and it's trying to smash against something invisible. You don't even know what's going on. Like this thing is just ramming back and forth in the air. Just this jetpack is just moving it back and forth, and you see it pause when you say this, and it's just this. It doesn't have any eyes because the metal comes down over its eyes, but you can feel it looking at you. Is that your turn?
That's my turn. Yep.
Okay, Alphonse.
So, turns out I was able to hack him, huh? It's pretty cool. Little parlor trick I picked up.
Look, okay, it was cool, but I really don't like this fucker flying over us.
Well, we don't have to stay here. He thinks he's in a cage.
Yeah, but we just lifted the gate to get him out.
Well, I mean, we're still
If
gonna
we
have to-
flee, he flees after us.
Yeah. He's still gonna have to smash through that gate.
If we put it back down.
I don't know. Do you want to fight or not? I'm using my this is my turn. I'm not gonna do anything.
To talk to us?
Yeah.
Look, I'm trying not to fight, but we came here for a reason.
Maybe if we get outside and we could shut the gate, maybe we can get
Talk
him.
to him through the gate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my since they're unaffirmed. If I leave outside the 60-foot radius, it'll drop the concentration spell.
I think the distance is just to cast the spell.
Just
As
cast
long as you're concentrating on it, it holds.
Cool. I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash, and then my movement to also walk.
Oh yeah, you got
back
the
to the-
fuck
yeah.
out of there. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I'm back to the
out.
gate,
You're outside. Like
Almost
you,
Marcos.
you two, you two are just like, oh, Andy's fucking gone.
Them new legs are fucking
Yeah,
fantastic.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, you've never seen somebody move so fast.
This was your idea, and you flat asshole.
Make up your mind next time.
All right, let's see. He's just smashing against it. Let's see if 3. Okay. We'll see if interacting with it, if he figures anything out. That is a 2. He does not figure shit out.
He's not a smart man.
What's surprising is he has a +2 to intelligence. But he can't figure this shit out. I probably picked the wrong stats. He would not have a +2 to intelligence. We'll say a -2 to intelligence.
He's like a lot more and more intelligent than I am.
No, he is not intelligent. Is that why you picked this spell? Is the intelligence saving throw? You bastard.
Well, it's not just. I mean,
Yeah.
I assumed a deadhead isn't going to be smart.
No, he's not. So yeah, he's just going to basically oscillate back and forth, just like it's just smashing its head against something that's not there. Ash.
Following Alphonse, I'm gonna mine 60 feet with a dash.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, you would be outside in that movement. Norris. You're standing alone in a room with an oscillating deadhead.
Yep.
Norris, you coming?
You know what? Norris is pretty pig-headed, so I'm just going to try and talk to him again.
Okay.
I'm going to say, Mike, knock it the fuck off. I just want to talk.
Roll me another persuasion check, this time with advantage.
Wow, I rolled like shit. That's an 8.
I bet you didn't roll as shit as this.
What is it?
That is a natural 1.
Oh no!
8 for the win.
Wow.
So you're holding ground. You're
Yeah.
just standing there, opening yourself up to attack.
Shaking in my rocket boots.
And and
God, you had those.
I did
I
too.
didn't.
And you see this thing, its oscillation goes from slamming its head against an invisible wall to more floating there. And then it's I'm assuming you guys aren't going to take any more actions in initiative until
Just waiting
Okay.
at the gate.
so we're going to temporarily drop initiative. And you see this deadhead, the boosters start winding down, and it lowers a few feet, and then you see it almost go into a seating position, and then it shuts its thruster off and falls 10 feet. Because it thinks it's in a box in the air.
He's not smart.
You're not the smartest.
So he's going to take 10 fall damage. Or no, I said he was 10 feet in the air. He's
10
going to
feet,
take
yeah.
6 fall damage because I rolled a 6 on the first d6. And it just kind of lands on the ground about 15 feet in front of you.
Perfect.
And you can hear the Norris.
Yeah, it's me, Mike.
And it's just kind of rocking back and forth, just sitting, staring at you. You imagine staring at you.
I'm going to walk 5 feet towards him, still leaving 10 feet between us.
You take these. It's just a couple of steps
Yeah.
forward, and you hear the and you can see the sparks in his pack again, and it just pops him up onto his feet. And this is the first time, this is the closest you've gotten, because I believe you guys were fairly timid the first time you came in.
Oh yeah.
And he was at the back of his cage, and this thing stands about 10 feet high, and it's about 6 feet wide. It's just got this massive body to it, and you can see it's all its skin is like just stretched over bone and decayed and just generally pretty disgusting. And then you see, like, getting up close, you see the remnants of like old tattoos that you can just barely make out. Give me a history check.
You haven't been very nice. Not that
I'll give you advantage because it's his personal history.
12.
12. Much like the teeth, the tattoos look really familiar. And you know, like, this isn't Skeeter, this isn't your close friend, but this is, you could just barely remember this young kid that really wanted to get in tight with you and Skeeter. Like, he wanted to be you guys. At the time, he was probably about 10 years old, you would think. And so this is, if you do the math, this is only about a 15-year-old kid. And there's hardly any of his actual flesh body left. It's almost entirely these cybernetics. And he's got these big clamping hands, and he's just, once he landed on his feet, he shut off the thruster, and he's just kind of tilting his head and looking at you.
So, with my knowledge, I'm going to say, Mike, there's something about you that just reminds me of you, or reminds me of somebody, and I can't quite put my finger on it yet, but were you same little Mike from back years ago used to follow us around?
You, looking at him, his head kind of slumps forward, and he's like shaking his head back and forth, like almost confused by his own memory. Give me an insight check.
3?
3. You don't pick up on anything other than the, like, what I was saying was almost like his memory is fighting him. Like, what you're saying sounds so familiar, but he just can't quite grasp the memory. And he takes a step towards you. And now you're about 5 feet from him. And when he steps, it's this loud clanging on the stone floor. Just these heavy steel feet just clanging on the ground. And now it's standing several feet taller than you, and twice as wide, and just this hulking mass of steel and half rotted flesh.
So then, being true to Norris, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, look, Mike, you know me, I know you. I don't want to fight you. So I need to know, are we going to have a simple conversation here, or are you going to try and be tough?
Roll persuasion or intimidation. Your choice.
14.
Oh my god.
Why can't you do that when you go against me?
No shit. I rolled another natural one.
Goddamn right you did. You'll never know what I was doing.
He, standing this close to you, he reaches out his hand like it's going for your neck. And it reaches towards you, and it's just inches from your face. And you can hear the gears and the servos of it closing. And it locks down, just gently touching the sides of your head. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, he could fucking squish my head like a grape.
Yeah.
And he's just
Don't worry, my shotgun's ready.
He's just gently holding your head like he's trying to put pieces of a puzzle together. He's Norris.
How what, Mike? What do you mean?
And as he's holding you gently with this hand, he's taking his other and he smashes it against the plate on the top of his skull. How? How? How are you? You!
How am I here, Mike?
And you can just like he's almost angry that you're still you.
So Norris would just kind of like put my hand behind my back and like motion to Ash and Alphonse to come back in.
So they ran all the way outside.
All the way outside. You can't even see me.
They would
Never
not
mind.
have.
Yep, you wouldn't even
eyesight.
be able to see me.
Yeah. So you give me perception checks, you two. No, never mind. 6.
That is 21.
So you can't like make out the words, but you can hear. You could hear that yelling and clanging from inside the museum.
Both of us can, or just me?
Just you.
Okay. I look over at Alphonse as I'm like holding the gate to like slam it, and I go, "Did you hear that?
What?
It's just. It sounds like Norris is talking
I'm
with
picturing
him."
Alphonse like being distracted by something.
He's probably just leaned up
Yeah.
against the light
Just
post.
like full ADD brain.
What are you talking about? I mean, is he coming, or I thought we were running?
I don't think he's coming. I think he's trying to conversate with it.
Well, let him do that, because I don't want to lose my nutsack.
I don't blame you.
I did what I could when I was in there.
Will you? Let's.
Yeah, and that was Alphonse's first sight of it.
I'm gonna walk back in and make sure everything's cool.
Okay, you can close the gate, and I'm going to stand on this side of the closed gate. Holler if you need something.
Will you be able to lift the gate?
No.
Let's not close it until you see both of us.
I know I did not actually hear that, but that was fucking funny.
I'm gonna go check. Just stay here.
All right. Back
Be
to what
ready.
I was doing. Hold on.
So yeah, we'll still keep this out of initiative.
And I start walking back in really cautiously, and I'm gonna roll stealth too.
Okay.
Oh my god! And I have disadvantage on stealth.
So with this, you can do either stealth or persuasion. Like you're trying like if you're walking in, you could play it as you're trying to sneak in, or like trying to make yourself not an obvious threat.
We'll do persuasion,
Okay.
but I'm gonna take the average of these two, which is 7, plus my 6, so 13.
Okay. So let me see.
Can I roll a perception to see if I notice him trying to walk in?
Yeah.
And like
8.
He's not. I don't even actually. You shouldn't have even had to roll. Like he's not. If he's not trying to be stealthy, like he probably would have kind of like almost like announced himself and probably walked in, kind of showing hands. And I rolled insight, and he rolled a high insight. So if he rolled low, he would have. It's kind of opposite. If he rolled low, he would have taken you as a threat. With high insight roll, he's taking it as understanding that this person who's re-entering is not coming in as a threat.
I'm re-entering very cautiously
Yeah.
and like ready to just sprint back out.
Okay.
So Norris would probably look at Mike and be like, "Look, Mike, I don't know how you got here in the position that you're in, but I'm going to give you a rundown of what the last 5 years looked like for me. I got kidnapped by NATO, and I have been their prisoner for the last 5 years. They ran tests on me, they took my arms from me, and I haven't had any contact with anybody. We were in transit, there was a train wreck. A lot of shit happened between the train wreck and now. Long story short, I'm here and I'm trying to piece the pieces back together."
When you say this, he pulls his one claw away from your face, and he turns away from you and starts and takes a couple of steps. And you have to, like, his pack, his jet pack is so massive that when he turns, you almost have to, like, kind of dodge it a little bit. But and you see him, he's got these two massive metal claws, and he's just like clanging it against his head, his skull, his iron skull. And you can hear him mumbling to himself, and he's walking towards one of the other cages, and you see him just smash his claw against it and knocks a chunk out of the corner, just fuming with anger, but oddly not anger towards you. And he kind of turns so you can just see the profile of his face, and whenever he turns, you can almost see that kid that he was, and he just quietly says, "Help me, Norris. End it."
End what, Mike?
And you see him just take his claws and he's smashing him against his head and just trying to like rip himself apart almost. But he's beefy. I mean, everything on him is so sturdy that he just can't seem to even damage himself.
Mike, I think I get what you're saying. But here's the thing. What if I know somebody that might be able to help you without ending you?
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. God, this did not go at all. How I thought. The phantasmal force. The fuck do I do with that?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh my gosh.
13.
What a spell. 13. And he God, I keep rolling so low.
I love it.
And
Tell me what it's like.
here, should I switch to my metal dice? That was the one that was rolling like crazy last time. He would turn and all you two see is this behemoth.
He didn't come in.
No, I'm saying you two.
Oh.
Yeah, Norris and Ash. You would see him lunge towards Norris with his claw. Do you do anything?
No.
He puts it around your neck and he lifts you a little bit. There is no helping me, Norris. There is no helping me. And he's just holding you there with your feet dangling off the ground. But he's not trying to hurt you. It's almost like desperation.
Yeah.
Like you get the feeling that you're getting through to him. But this is somebody who's been locked in a cage.
Right.
And then mutated and ripped apart.
So, while I'm dangling, a little feet fluttering, I'm going to place both of my hands on the side of his face, put my forehead to his forehead, even though I'm assuming what is his forehead.
Well, I mean, you're at arm's length from him, so you couldn't go forehead. But I get the idea.
Okay, so here's what I'll do. I'm not going to rage, but I am going to use my power to bring myself towards him and say, "Let me help you."
Give me... No, you know what? You've passed so many of these that I'm not even... So you grab what you can of him. Like, his arms are long, but so are yours. And so you pull yourself in closer to him, and you're just a foot away from his face, just looking him into where his eyes should be. And you hear coming from him almost the sound of like quiet sobbing, like just so torn apart and tortured. And you can gather that you're probably the first person who's shown him anything but terror the whole time he's been here. He's been thrown in a ring and forced to tear people limb from limb. Like, this thing's had this child has had a really hard few years. He sets you down. He drops to his knees. And he sits there, and you can hear like a quiet sobbing. This is not at all what I expected.
Me either.
and
Nope.
you have this monstrosity that is just looking for help.
Nice.
What the fuck do you do now?
I kind of whisper to Norris. Norris, what are we doing?
And I just whisper back. To be honest with you, Ash, I don't really know. But I need to talk to Marco right now.
Do you need
Can
me
you
to
go get it, Alphonse?
Okay. And so I step back really slowly,
Okay.
and getting out of sight. When I get out of sight, I sprint and dash towards Alphonse.
Okay.
And I just try and comfort Mike.
Yeah, and he's, like I said, he's down on hands and knees, and just a
10-foot
Teddy bear?
10-foot tall scared kid, and yeah, you put your hand on what flesh is left, and you can feel like he almost shudders. Actually, he does shudder. Like he pulls back when you touch him, and then he just kind of settles in it, and yeah, you have won over the monster.
The one who scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was pre-gaming, but
Yeah. So you get outside. Alphonse is.
I'm out there, so I'm just kind of humming to myself. Back in black, hit the sack. I've been gone, glad to be back. Yes, I'm let loose on the noose.
Alphonse, and I like sprint past.
I was singing.
And then I
What?
grab him and we need to go get Marco. Let's go. Whoop. And I need you. You're very persuasive. And he likes you, and we're doing this as we're running, and I'm pulling him along like a child.
Okay.
God.
So it's not very far. Like you guys. I'm imagining you just busting into Marco's, and he's, welcome. Oh, it's you. Well, back so soon.
Yeah. We went and saw the deadhead, dude. Real quick, we need you.
What?
Yeah, come with us.
No. I do not go in there. That place is
Just-
terrifying.
Norris needs you.
Fuck. And so he reluctantly, and he's like behind you guys.
Marco, he might be in a prison in his own mind at this point. I don't really know what happened. I've been out here singing.
That helps.
So.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
By this time, the minute is over. and so Marco's just following you over, and he's, okay, so what are we going into? Did you kill it?
No, we didn't kill it.
Why didn't you kill it?
Norris talked to him, and he's got him really calm.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, Norris knows him, so we need to go in.
Again? What?
It's really hard to explain, but you need to come in and see it.
Okay. Whew. Got to psych myself up. Whew. Okay.
I'm like, you ready, big boy? And I slap him in the butt.
As soon as you slap him in the butt, he stutters forward. He's, okay, I'm good. Marco, I am Marco. Marco's gonna do this. He's going to go back to his shop.
No, you're not.
And he just reluctantly just steps in the door and starts walking, and he's, oh, this place is so creepy.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's going to get better, though, I promise.
And so he stumbles in, and you walk into the room with all the dead bodies. It's not getting better. It's getting so much worse. All of this is so much worse. What are we doing?
Just don't freak out. Don't freak out.
So he very timidly walks through the door into the freak show area, At this point, I almost hate using the term freak show. Like, I feel guilty about what I created.
And we win, fellas. We made the DM feel bad.
And he walks in, he's, oh, fuck, what are you doing? Get away from me. What are you doing, Norris?
And I just look at Marco, and well, before I even say anything to Marco, I just whisper to Mike, trust me. These are my friends. They're not here to hurt you.
And Marco hears that, and he's just like wide-eyed by this whole fucking thing. Everybody give me insight. Just give me an insight check.
I would not have gone in.
Okay.
I'm
I
still
appreciate
the
your
guard.
honesty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 15.
Alphonse is still standing firm at the door.
14?
15.
15 for
15.
you too?
Yep.
Okay, so you guys see, Marco is fucking shook. This dude is scared shitless. He does not want to be here. He thinks all of this is a bad idea. He is fucking terrified.
The one who just rocketed himself through a building to blast a man in the face.
He is fucking terrified. And he's, Norris, what? What am I doing here? What can I do? What am I doing here?
So, Marco,
Yes.
come over here. It's fine. I promise.
And he, like, at this point, let's see, he would be like 25 feet
Yep.
from you guys, something like that. And he's just like inches forward. Like, this takes a while. I'm approaching very slowly. I mean you no harm. I don't know who you are. I do not want to hurt you. I just sounded like Gru.
You did. Holy shit. I didn't get it until just
I do not, I mean you no harm. And he just very cautiously walks up. He's, okay, this is good. We are all good. Nobody's going to eat anybody. We are fine. What the fuck are we doing?
And I just look at Marco and be like, look, Marco, I know usually I'm a pretty silly guy, but this monster you see in front of you is actually a 15-year-old boy that I knew when he was 10, and he's terrified. And you have the best rippers in town, and he needs your help.
When you say this, you see Marco's expression change. You see him go from terrified to still terrified. But I mean, this is sad. This is and you see him turn almost to concern. And he reaches out his hand and places it on Mike's shoulder. Is, young man, we are going to get you taken care of. We are going to do everything for you that we possibly can. You have my word. You are with Marco now. And Mike looks up and Marco takes his giant catcher's mitt of a hand and puts it under Mike's arm and helps him up. Because you can tell, like, coming up from the ground, there's a reason why he used the jetpack every time. Like, he is so massively heavy that he can't get up on his own. He has to use the thruster to get himself to his feet. And you guys just walk it out of the museum, and so you're standing outside, and you see first, I would imagine probably Marco, and he's got his hand behind him, and then through the door, this thing has to like push its way through because this door is not big enough for it to fit through, and it kind of like collapses the door frame and forces his way through, and there's the fucking deadhead just walking arm in arm with Marco and Norris, and you guys just walk to Marco's Mod Menagerie. And once inside, like, all the employees
I forgot about the employees.
just like stop what they're doing, and they're just staring, and they all start slowly backing up and like getting behind counters and stuff like that. And Marco's, it's okay, we're going to help him, it's fine. And he's like walking the deadhead, walking Mike through. I don't even want to call him deadhead anymore. God, I feel bad.
You should. That's a boy.
I feel bad starting with the orphan joke now.
Oh God!
Holy
man. Hindsight, right?
Turns out he doesn't know where all is at, you asshole.
God.
Wow.
And yeah, he walks in, and Marco sits him down in his suite, in his Ripper suite. It's a big door because it has to fit Marco through it comfortably. So it's a massive door. So Mike has to kind of bend over to get through, but he fits through the door. And they sit him down, and Marco starts checking him out. And Marco would tell you, this is going to be a lot of time. I will take care of him. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck to call this thing. I will take care of him, and I will see what I can do.
Whatever you can do, Marco, I'll appreciate it.
And he walks over to us. Do I get to keep the parts?
Keep whatever you want.
I'm going to take as much off of him as I can.
Keep whatever you want.
Excellent.
Terrifying, but excellent.
And yeah, and he's and he's kind of pushing you guys out. Marco is. Let's give him a moment to acclimate. I will be in here talking to him. And Norris, as you're turning to leave, Mike reaches out and grabs your arm with his claw. Norris! Thank you, Norris.
I'll be right outside, buddy.
And you walk out. Marco closes the door with just him and Mike inside. And yeah.
Let's go to the bar.
Honestly, Alphonse, I think that's a great idea.
I'm with you on this. I need a drink.
Wasn't that bad? I don't know.
Fuck you!
Wasn't outside.
It was pleasant outside.
Oh yeah, it was pleasant outside, all right.
You know, once you get past the dead bodies in the darkness, I mean, it's pretty good.
Whew.
Oh, that was good.
All right. So, as you guys are walking out, like one of the employees, like, what the fuck is happening in there? What is it doing here?
We're saving a deadhead. Calm down.
I just look at the employee very sternly and say, "Don't you have a floor to sweep?"
Give me an intimidation check. I want to see, like, you can roll a nat 1 and scare this guy, but I just
Yes. That's a dirty 20.
Oh my gosh.
this guy literally shits himself.
Is it audible? Do we hear the
Yeah,
shit?
you just hear and a little And he just slowly backs away, kind of turtling.
You couldn't trust that one, could you?
He's, yeah, and he just starts like sweeping.
With the shit in his pants, he's sweeping the floor.
Didn't even have a broom in his hand. He was just like reached out, and there was one like leaning up against something. He just grabbed it and started sweeping.
Oh, shit.
And you guys walk out. None of the other employees stop you. You
That
guys
couldn't have been a better 20.
walk out and go to the bar. And yeah. What do you want to do from here?
So, Norris, when we get to the brewery, I'm just going to go up and pour myself a beer and just sit on a bar stool. Not really talk.
Yeah.
Why the long face?
You all right there, big guy?
You know, boys, I'm not gonna lie, that went a lot differently than the first time Ash and I was in there, and I don't really know how to feel about it. You know, seeing him the first time, he scared the shit out of me. I didn't want anything to do with him. Y'all wanted to go back, and I said, fuck no. And then I started talking to him. And Ash, you remember the first time we went in there, I said those fucking teeth, man. There was something about those teeth that you know, really struck something with me. And then I seen his tattoos, and that struck something else. And you know, it took me a minute, but when I met that kid, he was 10 years old. 10. And he wanted to be just like me and my buddy Skidder. And then now just to see what he became and what I could have became, but I am who I am now. I thought I had it bad by getting probed and tortured and tested on by NATO. But I'm starting to think maybe I had it lucky. And that's a real fucked up thing to think about.
Well, we're glad you're here. And who you are. It seemed like you have a very emotional attachment to this kid.
Well, I didn't know I had any kind of attachment to the kid. That's why it's so weird. I didn't, whenever we went in there, I didn't want anything to do with him.
I mean, what do you know about him? Like, you said he hung out with you and wanted to be you.
You know,
he idolized you. Is what you're saying.
Back when I knew him, he was just a young, spry kid. Didn't know his family. Didn't have a home. And he just kind of fell in with us, you know? And, I mean, he was a good kid. I mean, you ask him to do something, he never batted an eye. He just did it, you know? And not saying that, you know, we had him do a bunch, but, you know, he was a good kid. He had a good work ethic.
Well, let's hope Marco can help him.
I just, you know, and for my own, I guess, kind of selfish reasons, maybe he can help us whenever we go back down to Georgia. Maybe there's still enough left in there that he knows some things, you know, and we can show him that, you know, our group isn't what he's grown up knowing the last 5 years, you know. Maybe he can just be part of us. Maybe it all goes to shit. Who fucking knows? And then I just slam my beer back down on the bar table.
Am I gonna have to make a fucking character sheet for this kid?
So Norris, I respect that you still want to go to Georgia, but even after everything of today and what the deadheads have become, you really want to go back to that area.
You know, Alphonse, I'll be straight with you. We have a timeline on these things. So it you know, when I first started this journey with you guys, I'll be honest, I didn't give a fuck about you, Alphonse, and I didn't give a fuck about you, Ash. All I wanted to do was get back to my deadhead brothers because I'd been away from them for so long. And now, I don't want to be a part of the Deadheads. I don't know who's to blame for how Mike turned out, whether it's the Deadheads or whether it's whoever captured him and made him that way. I don't fucking know his story. I don't know the Deadhead story. I know the story of there's some bigger shit going on that I don't fucking understand. But we've got fucking 90 days to figure it out, and they have the power cores. So whether I want to go back down there or not, whether the power cores are there or not, we got to find out. So I'm not going down there for the Deadheads. I'm going down there for the fucking power cores because I got to find out what this project's about.
All right, so be it. I'll back you up.
That's what I appreciate about you, Alphonse.
Now, on the lighter side of news, let me show you something.
All right. I need some lighter side of news.
Check this out. I'd like to make an attack roll against the targets in the back with an axe.
100%.
Do you pull the axe?
Out of that, yeah.
Yes.
I'm definitely behind the bar. The whole time that we were talking, I was sitting there like spitting in this glass and just like cleaning it. Because I'm obsessed with bartending.
Yes.
Ooh, this is good. What? Unarmed strike, or do you want me to use like the cutting words hit DC?
Just use cutting words.
That would be a 27.
This is going to be fantastic.
This is gonna be awesome.
Great.
Just go for it.
So I take this axe and I just like nonchalantly rip it straight down the lane. And my goal is to hit it where Marco showed me that hidden door is to that cave. And I want to hit it just right to where when we walk down there to pull the axe out, the cave door opens and I go, oh shit, what is this?
And Norris is just blown away by the pure, skill, just showmanship.
Yeah, it's bullseye.
Yeah. And then how you just walk up and open the door. I say, first of all, Alphonse, beautiful fucking shot.
Yes, very nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Secondly, did you know this was here?
Yeah, I did. To be fair, I did. But
To be
here,
fair.
listen to my vision here. We, as a group, can start a pharmacy business where we make drugs for Marco.
Norris likes drugs.
And I'm talking their first aids, like the IV drips that we were getting, everything. We've got a long ways to go, but I think this is the building to do it.
I mean, we're right across from Marco.
Exactly.
I feel.
Oh,
like,
and by the way, this building's ours. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet.
How's it ours?
I got it.
When?
Marco gave it to me.
oh,
Yeah, he's the mayor down here.
He's a mayor?
Yeah.
there's a mayor here.
Founder, mayor. I called him mayor. I like it. It's easy.
Mayor Marco.
Mayor Marco.
The M&M guy.
Yeah.
I like it.
So we could truly rule the underground.
And above ground.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's get back to this door. Where the fuck does this lead?
I know that you're not supposed to go down this tunnel by yourself. It's always groups of two, and there's some fucked up shit when you get further down. But they were harvesting mushrooms out of it. I do know that much.
Well, we have a group of three, which is, I mean, I'm not a smart man, but I used to be a professor, and 3 is better than 2.
Maybe,
You're not wrong.
Maybe we should save this for another day and plan out how the hell we're going to get this power core in 90 days.
We got a lot of.
You know, that's probably fair. That's probably fair. You're right.
And then I push the axe and just kind of shut the door back and closed.
But fuck, I really want to know what's down that hallway. What if we go halfway?
I think we should wait.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait,
you're
see
right.
how-
You're right.
Wait, do you have a coin in your pocket? Flip a coin.
I mean, maybe. Let me check. Can I do an investigation check?
If you have a coin.
Okay, I've got a coin.
Just so if you want to flip a coin, you can either flip your Copenhagen can.
I'm flipping the Copenhagen.
Okay, go for it.
Heads, tails.
If you get chew everywhere.
It's pouches.
Oh, okay.
Heads are
Yes,
going in.
I chew pouches for all you listeners that are going to judge. All right. Heads, we go down. Tails, we save it for another day.
All right. That's cock.
We got a cock can, everyone. Cock can. All right, we're saving it for another day.
All right.
All right.
Damn,
That was still cocked. It was
It,
sitting
it
on a
was,
pen.
but we're not doing 2 cocks. That's too much.
It's a lot of cocking.
That's a lot of
That's a lot of
cocks at
cock.
one time.
Unless you're Norris.
Unless you're Norris.
Would you
He's a big fella.
Okay, so
And we broke Ash.
Ash, Norris, what's this grocery list? I don't think you guys are truthful with me. You told me what you needed, but then there was a grocery list involved. Like, what's actually going on?
Look, Alphonse, okay, I'll be completely honest with you. It didn't make any sense to me. They were talking eggs, and then they were talking power cores, and then they were talking cheese or some other bullshit like that, and they were talking...
It's just a disguised list in case someone else got it. But basically, it's like a grocery list, and I pull out the list and show Alphonse.
And when you look at it, it does really look like a grocery list.
Great.
It's like eggs, bacon, shit like that. You, with your criminal background, stuff like that, with the time you spent on illicit websites and stuff like that, you don't know what these codes mean, but this is similar to things you've seen in the past. This is people building something big, wanting to keep it a secret, and dispersing a list out to people that isn't easily deciphered.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense. I mean, it's a grocery list.
Does can I do an investigation check on it? Because is there anything beyond just the list code? Like, would there be something traceable back to what they're using, generally speaking?
So they got a rundown of what's on this list, and it's the power cores, the thrusters, and Ash
Right.
would tell you
Right.
all this, and then it's a bunch of mechanical pieces. Like there's 10 things on this list,
Okay.
and give me a tech check.
That is going to be a 28 with a nat 20.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
Wow! All right, let's just blow this fucking thing wide open. All right. So, with your technical knowledge, with your knowledge of rain, with your just general techiness, you look through this list and you see the pieces of what you imagine would be some sort of craft, some sort of ship, some sort of probably rocket. These would be the hard to find items that you would need in order to build something that was meant to leave the atmosphere. Because I don't remember if we talked about it or if we explicitly said it, but Kane translated the list for them. And it would have been, like I said, a bunch of pieces that would be hard to find to build a rocket or a ship.
Wow. Okay. Guys, we're building a rocket, huh?
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can say with like 90% certainty.
90% certainty. We're building a rocket.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, this is like the little model rockets. Did you ever do that as a kid?
No, I didn't. I had real rockets.
Go fuck yourself. I mean, okay.
I mean, stoic and everything, just, yeah. Like,
Do you understand how you hurt people when you say stuff like that? Do you grasp that concept, Ash?
no.
I mean, I had snot rockets as a kid.
Yeah. Just like that, but with metal.
What's a snot rocket?
You know, you plug one side of your nose and you blow really hard and the fucking snot shoots out of your nose and rocket speed and hits the ground. You're like, ew. And all your friends are like, that's cool.
I had a tissue for everything.
And I'm sure you did, you fucking pansy.
You see what I mean?
I know.
I'm
Love
sorry.
to hate this guy. God, it's just,
So ignorant. to the plight of the average man.
so I need to actually transcribe this list to, Jesus, Marco. Wow, my brain is farting. Marco needs this list, and he needs to know we're looking for rocket items, because that'll probably narrow down his search on what went missing on that train. So we just
fair.
need to leave that with one of his employees and make sure he gets it.
I mean, I'm
Sweet.
sure if things go missing on a train, they probably end up down here.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah. So, do you have your calendar or whatever? Do you have your appointments?
Yeah, let me bring it up and I swipe it and I see my calendar. What else do I have listed?
So, because Kane handles your appointments, and you specifically told him that you were going to be leaving for Georgia immediately, he has cleared your schedule.
Okay. So I look through it and everything. I got nothing planned.
All right, get a hold of Kane and let's get some transportation. We're heading to Georgia.
Sounds good. Do I know? I don't have a way to get a hold of him.
No.
I scroll through his contacts list.
Email the guy.
Yeah, because all of it would be in his in Carbon's actual system. So you would have. I mean, you
Sounds like
You guys-
take a trip to the Ripper.
Well, you guys could very easily just walk over to Marco. We'll say for brevity, you go over there and Marco is able to sync Carbon's link, cybernetic link to yours. And yeah, you get contact information. You get access to a lot of his personal information.
Cool. I will get a hold of Kane then.
Great. And while he's getting the uplink, I'm letting one of his employees know that we're looking for rocket parts
Okay.
to help narrow.
And the employee is just like, what the
Yeah, that's what I thought too. My thoughts exactly.
rocket parts?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, like rich people stuff.
I can tell you we don't have any fucking rocket parts.
We just need a lead on a couple parts. Marco's looking into it.
I'll pass it all on to Marco and see what he can find. Yeah, I know we don't have anything in stock.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
We'll try to fix that for you.
Yeah, that'd be great if I could actually sell something.
Hey, pay the man.
And he's just standing there, kind of like rubbing his finger and thumb together, like he said, baby.
Yeah, he gave you the contact list. He hooked you up.
All right. And I I don't know how a transaction.
Well,
would
you
work.
would, you
I'd, grab
transfer
his
it to
hand
his
and then,
card. Yeah,
twist and transfer.
sure. We'll go with that.
Thanks,
And
Ash.
yeah, and where do you guys want to go from here? So Marco has the list.
He's working on Mike.
He's working on Mike. Yeah, he hasn't left that room.
We should probably head back to Carbon's apartment.
Why?
Well, because we still need to actually get a hold of Kane and let him know that we're going to Georgia instead of looking for
Supplies.
the
And to let
integration.
the crew know what we're doing. We still have to play off that we're still Carbon.
Okay. How do I play into this? Am I going to be a bodyguard, or what am I doing?
No, you're going to be an informant for me.
Okay.
All right, Alphonse, you might not like this. Kane's not going to be at your apartment,
No.
right?
No one's going to be there. Kane's already gone.
Are you sure?
Well, he's in the city. He hasn't left the city, but
Yeah, he said he was leaving in the morning.
All right.
So you
We
can
probably-
essentially call him
yeah.
through your link.
So just we don't really have to go back to the
Have to? No, true. We do have our G-Wagon here.
We do have a G-Wagon.
What?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we have a G-Wagon.
Oh my!
Classic.
He's got a pretty sick garage.
Told you we have good shit now.
Okay.
The lifestyle I talk about, it's yours too now.
Ash, one thing here, we might actually have to go back to your apartment.
For what was it?
Well, people in Georgia, especially the parts where we're going, don't typically have G-Wagons.
Oh, we could take the tank.
We would probably get by in a tank.
Across the country? Yeah.
Yeah, we have a tank.
Okay.
Do we have anything faster than a tank that's not quite as... Look, I'm all for the tank because that tank's cool and I want to drive
You
it.
guys can all give me just general intelligence check.
Can I get a? I'm gonna get a bus ticket,
Oh my god.
train ticket. General, you said?
Yeah.
17.
God.
Okay.
That's
8.
a 2.
Okay. So this
Dumb.
makes sense. Alphonse, you would the quickest and most logical and probably safest mode of transportation, even though it didn't go great last time, would be a train.
Okay. Boys, we're taking the train.
All right.
You know, that's probably a good idea.
We're sitting in first class. You're paying for us to go in first class.
We have Carbon's money. We have all of that.
And I want a hot towel, and I want beer.
You
But
get it
before we
all.
leave here, boys, I need my jacket.
Okay. Yeah. You go in Marco's, you grab your jacket. It's right where it was.
Yeah. I need my jacket.
Can we go drop the G-Wagon back off? I like this car.
I'm sure Marcos wouldn't mind if we just left
Should we
it
just
here.
park it here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just park it here.
And nothing will happen?
I mean, I can't tell the future, Ash, but I'm pretty sure it's safe.
Okay.
Can one of you get a message to D and...
Oh, yeah. We should
Arcos.
probably tell D
I
and
was
that.
just wondering.
Oh yeah,
just let
there's
him know
been
we're
a-
going to be out of town for a couple days.
there's
Didn't
been a
you get
lot.
his contact info?
I mean, I thought I did, but I can't. remember.
Realistically, you would probably have
Some way to contact
you
him?
would no, because he kept his link off.
Yeah.
So yeah, both him and D have. They don't take any incoming messages. They don't do outgoing messages. They
But
are.
what about my link with Rain?
Interesting. Give me.
This would be religion, wouldn't it?
Yeah, give me a religion check.
Come on, baby.
It's a 5.
So your connection is still very new.
Is there any way I can assist with that?
No.
Believe in your religion.
I believe.
Your connection with Rain is still pretty new and not that easy. But you guys know you're only about 45 minutes away.
Maybe
it
we
would
sh-
prevent you from leaving tonight. But
How far is Rain and D and
they're about 45 minutes.
from the train station?
Oh. Well, the train station is downtown, so it'll be basically
opposite
driving
way.
out there to drive back. At least I think I believe Union Station
Here-
is downtown.
You can park
This
the
is what
Jeep.
we can do. We'll head back to D and Arcos' place.
We should probably
and
touch
meet up
base
and
with
let
them
them
first.
know what's going on.
Yeah, they probably need to be in the loop.
Yeah, and you should probably leave the G-Wagon there since you kind of ruined his other vehicle.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
I think he's still going to be a little mad about the Bronco.
Let's not mention the Bronco. We upgraded him.
That's true.
A big upgrade.
Just don't ruin this one before we get there.
I don't plan on it.
All right. We'll leave it off there and we'll pick it up right here when we come back.
Once again, thanks for everyone for listening to Dubstep and Dragons. We hope to catch you next week as we find out a little bit more about Norris's friend Mike. Don't forget to drop us a comment in the comment section, as well as don't forget to drop a like, follow, and subscribe on your favorite podcasting platform. And we'll hope to see you next week. Thanks.